Sure.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Hutchinson. Here. Councilman Mesa. Councilwoman Guadagnino.
Here.
Councilman Davis.
Here.
Councilman Socio.
Here.
Council President Rich.
Here.
Mayor Womack.
Here, sunshine notice, please.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided as required under Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, specifying the time, date, and location by posting a copy of the notice on the municipal building, municipal website, providing a copy of the annual notice schedules to the official newspapers of the township, and is on file in the clerk's office.
Councilman Davis, would you lead us in the pledge to the flag?
Yes, sir, Mayor.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We welcome members of our Women's Club tonight who do so much good things, so many good things for our township consistently, and we're very appreciative. We have a proclamation, an important proclamation. It's going to be read by Councilwoman Guadagnino. Before that, is there anybody who wanted to speak, or did you want to speak about it afterwards? Why don't you go ahead and do it now, and then people will understand the context.
Should I just stand here?
That's good if you like.
So April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and we have planted pinwheels in the Rose Garden on Herman Road, representing hope, awareness, and the promise of a brighter, safer future for every child. Child abuse occurs at every socioeconomic level, across ethnic and cultural lines, within all religions, and at all levels of education. The pinwheels we planted serve as a visible reminder that every child deserves a happy, healthy, and safe childhood.
Thank you very much. Councilwoman Guadagnino, who would like to come up for that?
Luann's going to want a photo. On that note, this is a proclamation by the Mayor and Council, Township of North Brunswick. Whereas children are our nation's most vulnerable members and our nation's most valuable resources, helping to shape the future of North Brunswick. And whereas positive childhood experiences, like loving caregivers and safe, stable, and nurturing relationships, can help mitigate trauma and the negative impact of adverse childhood experiences to promote the social, emotional, and development well-being of children. And whereas childhood trauma can have long-term psychological, emotional, and physical effects throughout an individual's lifetime and impact future generations of their family. And whereas childhood trauma, including abuse and neglect, is a serious problem affecting every community in the United States, and finding solutions requires input and action from everyone. And whereas children who live in families with access to concrete economic and social supports are less likely to experience abuse and neglect. And whereas prevention is possible because of the partnerships created between Prevent Child Abuse New Jersey families, prevention advocates, child welfare professionals, education, health community, and faith-based organizations, businesses, law enforcement agencies, service organizations, and local, state, and national governments. And whereas we acknowledge that to solve the public health issue of abuse and neglect, we must work together to change hearts and mindsets through storytelling and sharing, center the needs of families, reduce barriers, and inspire action from partners in prevention. And whereas we are committed to advancing responsive and effective systems that ensure all children and families are healthy and thriving. And whereas we recognize the need to prioritize kids and invest more prevention initiatives like home visiting and family strengthening policies, economic supports, and community-based child abuse prevention programs at the local, state, and national levels. And now therefore, we, the mayor and the town council of North Brunswick Township, do hereby proclaim April as National Child Abuse Prevention Month in North Brunswick and urge all citizens to recognize this month by building a narrative of hope for children and families through collaboration and the creation of an ecosystem of primary prevention. That's a lot. Congratulations. Does anyone want to say anything else? I think we're going to hear something more. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Guadagnino. Thank you all again for everything you do. Ordinance for first reading, for public hearing and final adoption, Ordinance 2610.
Ordinance 2610, ordinance amending and fixing the salary and wages for various officials and employees of the Township of North Brunswick and providing for the manner of payment thereof.
Is there anyone who'd like to be heard in the public hearing on Ordinance 2610? Is there a motion to close the public hearing on that ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Is there a motion to adopt Ordinance 2610?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Hutchinson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Guadagnino?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Councilman Socio?
Yes.
Council President Rich?
Yes.
Would any member of the council like to have any items removed from this evening's consent agenda? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve consent agenda items A through G?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Hutchinson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Guadagnino?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Councilman Socio?
Yes.
Council President Rich?
Yes.
Resolution 155-4.26 was walked on. We mean by that usually added after the agenda was already put out. With the gracious consent of the council, Mr. Ritz, can you just tell us very briefly what it is so there's no surprise to anybody?
Mayor, this was an opportunity to join the City of New Brunswick for a grant that the application is due this Wednesday, April 15th. We were engaged by the City of New Brunswick only in the last week or so, but after a lot of deliberation, we think this is a worthwhile opportunity because the grant potentially could be for $300,000. And so consulting with you and the council president, we're asking that this be walked on in order to meet Wednesday's deadline.
Thank you, Mr. Ritz. Is there a motion to adopt Resolution 155-4.26?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Hutchinson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Guadagnino?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Councilman Socio?
Yes.
Council President Rich?
Yes.
Reports this evening from anybody, starting with Council President?
Oh, yes, I do. I have two things. So tomorrow, April 14th, North Brunswick Township will host our first ever Student Civic Engagement Day. We are excited to welcome a group of MBTHS students to our municipal building to learn firsthand about the many career opportunities that are available here in local government. This day is more than learning. It's inspiring, building awareness, and encouraging our young people to see themselves as future leaders and contributors to their community. Last but not least, I would like to thank all of our department heads, our representatives, and staff for that will be presenting tomorrow. I appreciate your time and dedication to help make this possible. Secondly, I also want to mention that I would like to take this time to inform all of our residents that on Sunday, June 14th, from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., North Brunswick will host its inaugural Juneteenth celebration. We encourage all residents to come out and enjoy this community-wide event as we celebrate history, culture, and togetherness. So please save the date, Sunday, June 14th, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., and we look forward to seeing you there. More information will be provided in the upcoming weeks on the website. Thank you.
Thank you, Council President. Senior Councilman and Parks and Recreation Liaison Socio.
I was waiting to hear something about the shirt, to be honest. But anyway, Luann's kicked it old school. We have a lot of announcements tonight. So let's get this going. Our first announcement is that next Friday, April the 24th, here in the courtroom, will be our blood drive. So the hours from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Red Cross is desperately looking for blood donations. So if you have some time, please come by to the courtroom, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Friday, April 24th. Game on. Basketball pickup games for adults 25 and over have already begun at the high school in the main gym. It'll be Thursdays actually it started last Thursday through June the 11th, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. The cost is $32 per player. Good to see that back. I supervised that a million years ago, and they tried to teach me how to play basketball. It did not work, but it was a great event.
Is that $32 per night or per?
No, I'm assuming it's per person for the entire duration, right? But again, it's great to see that back. Once Upon a Time Party, calling all pirates, princes, and princesses on Saturday, May the 2nd, here in the building. There are two shows, one at 3, one at 4:15. It's a children's interactive fairy tale themed event featuring music and favorite storybook characters. Admission is $20 for adults, kids $20, also ages 1 and up. For $5, you can have a Royal Children of the Court upgrade, themed craft, glitter tattoo, Pirate Parks Chipmunk meet and greet. Costumes are encouraged, and magic is guaranteed. Our summer swim, open swim, and lap swim schedule is now up. You can check that out at our website and register for that. Family swim cards are available for purchase by Township residents at communitypass.net. Our mini spring swim schedule is also up and running. This program will start in May and run through the middle of June for all different age groups and level groups. The fees range from $75 to $90 for in-town, $90 to $105 for out-of-town residents. Again, that's starting in May. Our rapid swim team preseason is just around the corner. It will be Tuesdays and Thursdays at the pool, as well as Saturdays. That's going to be starting in the middle of May and run through the end of June, at which time our rapid swim team season will begin, and that's also a lot of practices culminated with Wednesday and Saturday meets. That will also culminate in a championship and an advancement type of a tournament, which will finish with finals in the last week of July. But for now, let's worry about practicing. And anyone who's interested in joining the swim team or has an idea that they may want to actually try it out, doesn't matter what your experience level is, come to the pool starting May the 14th on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6:15 to 8:15 and Saturdays from 9 to 11, and try it out and see what you think. Almost there. Girls Spring Field Hockey. This is going to be a clinic type thing, Luann? Yes. Great. Starts on May the 2nd, runs through June the 20th. There will be no class on May the 23rd, which is Memorial Day weekend, at Renaissance Park from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., and that's for girls kindergarten through 6th grade. This is a new program, right? Correct. Great. And last but definitely not least, our 47th annual Memorial Day 5K run and walk will be held on Memorial Day, which is Monday, May the 25th. Check-in is at 7:30 a.m. The run walk begins at 8 a.m. We have a children's dash promoting healthy kids, which will start at 9 a.m. in front of the maintenance facility. As always, dress in your most patriotic outfit to be entered into our contest. The top 3 most patriotic runner and or walker will win a prize. Packet pickup will be announced at a later date, and that will be at the Parks and Maintenance facility, and it's just a great event. And after that, you can come around to all of the other Memorial Day festivities. So if you have any questions about the run, field hockey, basketball, anything that we've gone over, we can give the department a call at 732-247-0922, extension 475. Check out our Facebook page or communitypass.net.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Davis?
Yes, thanks, Mac. We are now in April, and we're going to begin on the veteran street naming again. So we do have about 110 streets as you go around our community named after different veterans. So if you have a veteran in your family that was born here, that lives here, who lived here, and whatever, and you would like them a street named after them, you can always contact Ms. Benson's office. There's certain forms that need to be filled out. But since it's April, Ms. Benson will be getting everybody together again. So we have about 110, and we have a lot more veterans in North Brunswick. And hopefully we will get started. Matter of fact, we have a couple going on already this month, and we'll have more. So that's important, important. And we as a community are always very thankful to our veterans. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Guadagnino?
No, thank you.
Good, thank you. Councilwoman Hutchinson?
No, I'm good.
Ms. Progrin? Mr. Gordon, any of the directors?
Mayor.
Thank you, sir.
Mayor.
Oh, Madam Clerk?
Just a reminder to everybody that Tuesday, June 2nd, is the primary election. You must be a registered Democrat or Republican in order to vote in that election. If you have never registered to vote before and you're a new voter, the deadline for that is May 12th of this year, and that's to vote in the primary election. And if you have not heard, there is a new state law that grants eligible 17-year-olds the right to vote in the primary election for the first time. Under the new Voter Empowerment Act, a 17-year-old who will turn 18 on or before the November 3rd general election is eligible to cast a ballot in the June 2nd primary election. If you have any questions about that, you can call our office, 732-247-0922, extension 470. And that's all I have.
Thank you, ma'am. Time for a public hearing. Is there anybody who'd like to be heard on any issue in a public hearing tonight? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I wasn't prepared because I was with the Women's Club, but there's been something on my mind about a traffic light.
Excuse me, if I could just have you state your name, and then if you can write it down
Oh,
on
okay.
the...
Diane Ivanov. So there's a traffic light, and I don't know if this is under your purview, but when you're at the bowling alley, Lucky Strike, and you're driving up toward Route 130, so can you have a visual of that, and then you're going to make the left onto Route 130? Mm-hmm. There's a left-hand arrow signal, but it's on a street, it's on a lamp that's way over on the other side, and drivers who are stopped at the red light waiting to make the left, if they're not familiar, they don't know that the oncoming traffic is going to wait for them, and they get stuck in the center. They get stuck in the center. And so I don't know if I'm explaining it in the way that you can kind of see it.
It's a difficult intersection. I agree with you.
It's very dangerous, and I've been with people who've not been there, driven there before, and it's they don't know what to do. They get stuck. I actually got stuck once in the middle there. So since there is a left arrow, green arrow, way over, I was hoping that maybe they could. Like a left arrow light could be installed at the closer one, right where you're stopped at the red light, so that person who, when you're stopped at the red light, you can see, oh, I have the green left arrow, because it's really hard to see from a distance. So anyway, I just wanted.
It's a good point.
And I don't know if it's under your
State of New Jersey, it's under them, and we haggled with them a lot when 10, 20 years ago when the intersection was made. That's the way they said that we had to accept it. But we will, clerk will remind us, the Chief Battaglia is not here right now, but we will make sure to bring your concern to the traffic safety officer, see if he's willing to generate a letter to the state saying it's still an issue.
Okay. And actually, there's another really bad traffic light at the corner of Livingston and Herman Road. When you're on Herman Road and you're going to make a left onto Livingston Ave,
I mean, it's hard, people don't know.
They don't
whether they're
know.
turning or going straight, because it's not straight. They're
so many near misses there, so that's another one.
Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Thank you. Oh, sure.
Anyone else like to be heard this evening? Mr. Solano?
Yes, sir. How are you guys?
Good, how are you tonight?
Good. Roberto Solano. I wanted to say thank you guys for the last time I've been here. It really worked. Union Electric was not using the street, and if they do, they're using one way, just one side of the road. And also the church, even though we have an Easter, really worked out. I don't know what you guys did, but you guys did the right thing, so it's very, and I'm here to say thank you. The second, there is a marijuana club. I call it marijuana club. Fleetwood and Dannycourt, every day, 7 days a week. They're not teenagers, they're adults. Smoking marijuana in that corner, 1, 2, 3, 4 cars sometimes. I know it's legal in New Jersey now.
When you say, are they standing or are
They're
they in
standing
the
and
car?
smoking marijuana and drinking.
Okay.
And eyewitnesses for the last month, and I forgot to mention it last time I was here, but we need to do something about it because I even called the dispatch, and Mr. Ramirez says that it's hard to deal with them because they're adults, open, public space. And I go, if I would know that medical marijuana would be just like that, I wouldn't even approve it. Because we have one across the street from Dunkin' Donuts. They have big signs, influence kids or people to go and buy marijuana. They're legally, yes. But we don't need that. We don't need that, honestly. It's very, very, very honestly disrespectful. My daughter walking the dog on that corner. She's 14. The other one is 16. And she's like, Dad, they're smoking marijuana. I say, they made it legal, ma. They made it legal. I said, one of the reasons the DEA apprehended Chapo because they wanted to make it legal. And that's what we're standing for. Also, I mentioned you that I was working in my house doing the roofing, doing the basement. And I'm still in construction now, and I've been targeted with tickets because of the Vans construction being overnight. But I'm engaged in business as construction, and that's one of my points.
Your work van on the street in front of your house gets
Yes,
tickets?
I know it is, but I'm engaged in business. It's going to take a while because I'm rebuilding the whole basement, and I just applied for the permit for the basement, and we find termites. So it's going to be hard, and then it's going to take a while.
Is there no driveway? Is it not possible for you to?
No, because I had the trailer. The dump trailer is a 7 by 14, and the perfect spot that I found is right on the corner of Fleetwood and Dannycourt. Nobody uses it. So this way I don't block my neighbors or any driveway, so I put it in that corner. And I've been targeting for tickets. So far I got 4 tickets on it, and the thing is that I was talking to my neighborhood. I said, how come you didn't get a ticket? You have the same van, same size of van, you didn't get a ticket. How come you didn't get a ticket? For some reason, my 2 neighbors that have commercial vehicles don't get tickets even though it's parked on the street, which I don't want them to get tickets, to be honest, because that's what we do. Right. But I've been targeting, honestly, with tickets. And I just want to bring that to your attention.
Are they being issued by the police department?
Yes, and one night, Mr. Officer Marcus came at 10 o'clock, and then Mr. Warman came at 2 o'clock. So they gave me 2 tickets in one day.
And then they come the next day, they give me another ticket, But the van is an E150, less than a half a ton, and he told me that ticket is over a half a ton. But my neighbor has the same truck outside in the street. He didn't get anything. And then the other one in the corner has the same thing. Didn't get anything. So
They're work trucks?
yes, they are. And mine doesn't have any signs, anything, just the plates. Just the plates, no logos, no nothing. They still gave me a ticket for it. So
I don't know what we can do, but I'll have police chief.
yeah, look into it. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come to court on the 21st, and I'm just gonna prove it with pictures that I'm working on my house. I'm working on the house, so it's gonna be a while. I'm done on that. But other than that, I want to say thank you guys. I mean,
I'm glad it's working.
and I'm back after 10 years, and I really like it. I mean, what you guys doing is really great, and I think one of these days when I become 60, I'll be one of you guys. I'm gonna run for council. Just remember this: I'm 55 now, so I'll be one of you guys.
5 years, everybody.
5 years, yes, yes. All right, thank you very much, sir. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Mr. Nastis?
This will be short and sweet. I'm looking for a update on George's Road. The porch is still not complete, the banister's not up, and the phone number on the card does not return phone calls made to it. 777 Adams Lane, there's a convertible that's been there. 777 Adams Lane. Convertible's been Buick, I think it's a Buick convertible, has been sitting out front for the last 3 or 4 months in the winter with the top down and no plate on it, and a boat in the backyard on a trailer. My suggestion is you look at the ordinance that says you could have a car unregistered, uninsured forever, as opposed to the previous ordinance that says you got 10 or 15 days to get it registered, insured, and running. The Livingston Avenue Bridge, I don't know whether you have a
Mr.
response.
Nastis, Tone, just one second, because on a sheet here, on 777 Adams Lane, it says, all of the vehicles on the property less one are properly registered.
That's just for us.
Huh?
But is that accurate, Mr. Ritz?
Councilor, I provided that report on Friday to the council. Mr. Nastis doesn't have that report yet. We didn't get it in the mail. But at that address, all of the vehicles are registered except for one, which is the vehicle he's citing, which is permitted. And as we've indicated many times before, the boat in the backyard is permitted. It's not in violation.
Is it registered, the trailer registered?
It doesn't matter whether it's registered. The ordinance provides that a boat or a recreational vehicle is permitted.
Well, it has to be on an improved surface.
No, not the boat or the recreational vehicle, not per the ordinance.
But the unregistered vehicle is on grass with the top down, snow, rain, and everything else has been in it, and it's not going anywhere. The same thing with George's Road. The car's been stuck in the backyard for umpteen years. This thing has been brought to code enforcement's attention 12 years ago, and it's still the same situation, same problem. I'm looking for a drop-dead date.
Have we violated the unregistered vehicle, or would it be appropriate to do so?
The unregistered vehicle, by ordinance, is allowed. Back in the day, it used to be you have a vehicle on your property, it's registered, insured, and running within, I think it's 10 or 15 days, one or the other. Then, for some reason, it was reversed to satisfy somebody, and that's where the situation leads us to where we are now. Now, Livingston Avenue Bridge, I don't know whether you got a response from your letter, but my own personal opinion, if they're in violation, which they are, send them a summons. They'll respond to that quicker than anything else. 955 and 958 Bergen Avenue. 955, since the new owners came in with the temperature masters, that truck's parked there weekends, nights, and everything else on the road. Now, commercial vehicle, from what I understand, if my information is correct, it could stay overnight, but it's got to be in a driveway, not on the street.
No, sir. It's not correct.
It could be on the street?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's not a van, it's an increased van, and I don't know whether any commercial vehicle is allowed on the street in a residential neighborhood. And I don't know if 958 is overcrowded because since the new owner's been there, there's been a traffic jam with cars and vans. The garage is a warehouse for Temperature Masters supplies, and if I'm not mistaken, if that was, I don't even know if he's running his business out of the house, but I do know it's overcrowded. Seneca Boulevard, I already got an answer on that. And 1091 Newton Street, I just got a call tonight to have someone clean up the front yard. That's it.
Thank you.
I wish you'd take a look at that ordinance that says go back to cars being registered, insured, and running. It'd help everybody. I can name you 5 different locations besides those 2.
We are working on that whole area of ordinances, so.
Well, the first 2, I always hear that bill from you. The first 2, George's Road and 77 Adams Lane, that was brought in 12 years ago by 4 different people, and we're still, I'd like to have a drop dead date on that too.
To get it out of there. Thank you, Mr. Anastas. Is there anybody else to be heard tonight? If there's no one else to be heard, is there a motion to close the public hearing?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Is there a motion to close to adjourn this meeting and reconvene in the room next door for our agenda meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
website and make sure everybody that we can knows about it, because it is such an important thing. Before we go any further, could we just all stand by the flag and take a picture with him?
I think you'll only make one mistake, too.
It's my first time attending council meetings. I didn't really know everything. Ran and I didn't want to interrupt the meeting.
I lost my agenda. Oh, okay, good. Okay. Welcome to our agenda meeting. Under my name is something I'm going to toss the ball to Ms. Progeman on.
Great. Thank you, Mayor. So this is, we were seeking our annual application through the Department of Community Affairs Special Project Funding. We had spoken with the Director, Luann Benson, regarding the current senior center. I know, Michael Ritz has worked with CDBG funding. We've done other projects, but we're also seeking application in the amount of $700,000 towards either improvements or to continue to look at that site for needs of improvements over there.
So is this separate and apart from the resolution we passed 2 weeks ago for some
Yes.
other grant?
That was for the congressional earmark.
Okay.
We did a $1.6 million request through Bonnie Watson Coleman's office. This is in addition to, so these would complement each other towards improvements if received.
So the wording here is really specific. And it says that we're going to repurpose the senior center and do things with youth services and stuff like that, which is needed. But, this seems like this is a much broader policy decision change, which, quite frankly, we haven't really talked about.
Well, all this does is makes the grant one that the funds could be used for some other purposes. Doesn't in any way dictate or require that they be used for those other purposes, but it does make it a more attractive grant application.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. If we are successful in the first one, successful in this, and we have over $1 million to do something at the senior center, are we now, or must we now repurpose it and do that? Or can we renovate, do things, and keep it the senior center, as well as add other programming to it? I mean, because, if like we've already approved one resolution for a grant and now have this one that we're going to put out there, and at the end of the day, we decide not to repurpose it, what are we doing here? And can we lose the money?
No, we certainly have every ability to decide not to repurpose it and stick with the original senior center purpose, which I sort of hope we would do if we had that money. But if by the time that rolls around, things have changed and there's some other circumstance or some other thing that the council decides we ought to put it towards, that could be an option at that time. But it's just given us more flexibility the way that we're doing the
And
application.
if I could just throw in one more thing, and then I'll let everyone else talk, I apologize. I think we do have a unique opportunity between the new part of the building, which has opened up the basement and other things, that we can expand programming here and seek other opportunities throughout the existing building at the senior center and everything else. So we do have some opportunities, but I think it's still going to be a broader policy discussion amongst all of us, right?
I think so.
Before we do anything that's definitive,
I
right?
think you all know that I feel obligated to always bring up the senior center because it was something I promised back in 2001 or 2, and we really haven't gotten a lot done there, so.
I'm done talking for now.
They're good points. They're good
It's
points,
needed.
Councilman. Mr. Gordon?
Thank you, Mayor. So this involves a little history. Back in 2003, the council, the governing body, was faced with an issue of whether or not to permit any unregistered vehicles on individual properties. And my recollection is that there was a lot of discussion about it, a lot of back and forth, and the ultimate decision that the governing body made back then was to permit one unregistered, uninspected motor vehicle outside of the garage on any property, as long as it was on an improved surface. And there was lots of reasons that that got batted back and forth. Some of you may remember better than I do. And you have in front of you a memo from Mr. Ritz with all of the benefits of keeping the existing ordinance in place. It gives everybody a chance to work on a car. I guess I'm older than most of you, but I remember working on cars in my family's driveway, trying to get them up and running.
You were horses.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you were doing the buggies and horses in your?
Tough to get your hands up inside them and get them dirty.
Wow, I really went there, huh?
Any vehicle that you might have acquired for a teenager, for a new driver, that they were going to work on and was going to be their first vehicle until they were authorized and enabled to drive and get the cars inspected, insured, and repaired. It allowed you to have some flexibility with one vehicle. We're not talking about a used car lot. There were other valid reasons that the ordinance was enacted the way that it was, including, unfortunately, sometimes people pass away. They have a vehicle. It's difficult for the remaining family members to come to the point where they say, yeah, we got to get rid of X's vehicle. So it allows for flexibility. I've been coming here for 20 some odd years. I've heard one person complain about it. And you're a municipality of 45,000 people or so. So I believe it's the administration's position that they still support this ordinance, that it's a good thing that this debate took place 20 some odd, 23 years ago, and nothing has occurred to change that support, but we're open to discussion.
No decision is imminently required of the council. It's something that we can consider doing or not doing, and something we should all talk about informally, and then if we decide we want to maybe do something, come back and talk about it again at another agenda meeting and decide what exactly we want to do. But it's a issue's been raised by a resident, and we wanted to look into it and give it a fair look. So everyone be sure to feel free to tell myself, Mr. Ritz, Chief Pataglia, and amongst ourselves what you think. Okay? Ms. Gallimore, you weren't falling asleep there, were you?
We can.
Mr. Gordon have that effect on you?
Hey.
Good evening, everyone. I have two items for your consideration tonight, and both are Chapter 159. The first one is our Heritage Day grant. The grant amount is $7,500 plus a match of $1,500 for a total of $9,000. The second item,
That's what we have in the Heritage Day grant right now, is a total 9,000?
with a match of, township match of 15, and then we get a grant of 7,500.
Good.
The next item is the Operation Helping Hands, and this one is for $2,043.85. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you.
How's things going with you in the department? Everything all right?
Mayor.
Good. As if this would be the place to talk about it. Yeah, that's true. Ms. Benson.
Good evening, Mayor Walmack, council members joining us, and residents. I have 2 items for your consideration this evening. The first item, actually, Cavell just spoke about, without being too repetitive, our Heritage Day program preparation will be able to use these funds and add to the quality of the day. Total is $9,000. That includes the grant and the township match. Item number 2, just for a reminder and a discussion with spring upon us, just reminding all our residents that our park permit is on our township website. There is a formal procedure for registering to use the park, and that is just really for safety, that our park rangers know who is out in the facilities, and to avoid any conflicts of groups wanting to use them at the same time. Our parks are open to residents. We encourage the use. And just reminding everyone of the procedure. The form is online with our fees. And this is not on the agenda, but I just wanted to give a shout out to the North Brunswick Municipal Alliance, the youth. On Saturday, they were in Babbage Park, if you'll reference the photos, and they did a litter cleanup, which was fabulous. So great thank you to those students. And they have been doing this throughout the year and will continue in our parks as well. Our park staff members will pick up the bags of litter that we leave at the signs after the weekend cleanup. So I'm really proud of them and their efforts. So thank them. Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, council members.
Chief Battaglia? Pardon me? No, I mean Director Battaglia.
Thank you, Mayor. This first item, this is coming back in front of you for consideration. It's my understanding, I believe they amended their application. The original application did include a request for municipal services. We had gone back, it was pulled. We got some clarification. They removed that page through the clerk's office. She can confirm that that has been removed, and so this is bringing that forth.
Great.
See the application before we approve it?
I believe it was distributed.
I sent it to council, but I can upload it into something.
Yeah,
For us to approve something, we have to see it, right?
Yeah, let's get it out before the, will it be attached to the resolution?
Oh, I'll leave that out tonight, and then I'll also attach it to the
Okay.
resolution.
All right. Thank you.
Great. The second is authorizing a block party and road closing on Kearney Drive.
Are we invited?
And the third, this is application, these are highway for a click it or ticket. The other one is one of the Think Act Live Community Traffic Safety Initiative grant. And the fifth is authorizing acceptance of a grant. This is under the Division of Highway and Traffic Safety. This is the pedestrian safety for the 27 fund year.
Just, I was about to say that too. The resolution for the block party, it's not on Kearney Drive, it's on Garner Road. Can we at least get the title updated? It's on between North Barkley and Stockton. So it's that curve right by the park over there. It's not on Kearney. Kearney's up the block.
We'll make sure the application itself.
And are we okay with
Reads
doing that on 4th of July? Like the rain date, it's June 27th, but then the rain date is 4th of July. Is that okay?
I don't have, as long as the police don't think there's a traffic problem, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, it's like a, no, and like, it's the end.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it came from the police department.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother me, I just want to make sure.
I don't have a problem. Is that it?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Director Boyd? Look, everyone. He's getting here without his wheelie. It is. So they fitted you for the boot today?
Yeah. Oh, that was me. Sorry about that. Good evening, Mayor and Council. I have two items for your consideration this evening. The first one is, they're both amendments. The first one is a PSA with T&M, mechanical engineering firm for to provide state reporting services for the Sabella Park Fieldhouse project. Any questions on that
What
one?
does that mean? Like,
It's-
that's extra, so why is,
It's an $11,000 increase. The first task that they're tackling is the NJDEP pre-application meeting with anything that any projects that are in the wetland areas. DEP has to be involved and engaged with. So that's part of that report. And the second one is the freshwater wetlands investigation report, which is also driven by the NJDEP.
so how come they didn't include it in the original amount?
They probably were unaware that DEP would come in and ask all these questions and have, there's some movement going around with that field house. I'm not sure if you're aware of it. So we had to move it a couple times to get out of the wetlands area.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's important, I think we'll circulate, I think you have that attachment because they did relocate it based on what their determination was, and I believe on that last meeting, they said, if this goes past July, then there's additional requirements after the new July rules.
Yep.
So that it could potentially get moved again, so I think that's where T&M, they are trying to get this pushed through, so it doesn't have to get relocated under the new regs.
I have to do a 8 o'clock conference call, so I'm going to step out and let Council President take us home.
It doesn't even have a date.
Thank you.
It says nothing. Like, what do we?
Hey, Matt. Just making sure. Good. I wasn't coming.
Do you want the hard
It-
copy?
Any other questions on that one? My second amendment is with the contract with American Lawn and Sprinkler for irrigation system for maintenance services. Any questions on that?
Same thing.
We good? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Director Ritz?
The first item is just a companion resolution in support of the fireworks for the Youth Sports Festival. And the second is an ordinance on first reading for easements. This is for the second phase of the Cousins Lane sidewalk project. And this is actually only for a single lot at the corner of Cousins Lane and Noah Road. Any questions?
So where are we doing sidewalks now from? Because we went.
We went from Wawa and Delta Court to Wedgwood,
Right.
and now we're going from Wedgwood to Noah,
Oh,
the first Noah.
yeah.
And then the big third phase, which is from Noah to the other Noah, which would be the biggest phase, and that'll be last. So this is only the firehouse, and then the corner house on Noah and Cousins Lane.
And then the last part will be the one.
The
that
last
goes
part will
across
pick up
Glen,
from
right?
that corner on Noah and go
Okay.
all the way down where we pick up sidewalk actually opposite Hemlock,
Yeah.
at the entrance
Yeah,
to
the old Dragon's
Timber
House,
Glen.
yep.
That one's the longest, biggest
Yep.
final phase. The first phase is very successful and is being used on a regular basis. So this has been getting a lot of positive reviews. Thank you.
Thank you. Business Administrator?
Thank you, Council President. I have one item on, this is for seeking adjustments to the water sewer utility accounts. There's 3 accounts. All 3 of these are for the month of February, where customers experienced pipe breaks or fixtures in their home due to the freezing weather. And so these, they're seeking a tier adjustment for. And that's all I have.
Okay. Deputy Clerk?
Thank you. I just have one item for anybody in council who does not know. We do have a new staff member in our office, Melissa. She completed her vital statistics registrar class and passed, so it's just a resolution appointing her as an alternate registrar, so she will be able to start marriage license, appointments, and death certificates, birth certificates, all of those things. And that's all I have.
That's it?
Can I just throw one thing in quickly?
Go right ahead.
On Saturday morning, soccer had their opening day, which went really well. Baseball did as well. And at that opening day, the Township and the MBBSA rededicated Donald J. Caruso Jr. Field from the old Board of Ed location over to Field 4 at Community Park. It was really it was a great ceremony. The Caruso family was there in attendance. Council President Amanda, you guys were there. Rajesh was there as well. It was just a great day. It brought back a lot of baseball memories for me, but it was really a good day, and it's nice to repurpose the field in Donald's memory and that it will be used all the time and keep his memory alive. So it was a really nice day.
I agree with you. It was a great day.
Photos up on the website as well.
And there's photos up on the website as well.
I guess that's it.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
That's it.